over in the red corner. At 230 pounds from the coal mines of Virginia, Big Boy Williams. And 222 pounds out of Cincinnati, Ohio, John Ruffin. 225 pounds from Indianapolis, Indiana, George Weingroff. And their opponents in the blue corner at 216 pounds from Charlotte, North Carolina, Gorgeous Gary Royal. 234 pounds from Chattanooga, Tennessee, one half of the current U.S. Tag Team Champions, Bad Pistol Pez Whatley. And 218 pounds, also one half of the U.S. Tag Team Champions, Hustler Rip Rogers. And all three of them together are the Convertible Blondes. And sitting here with Edgar and myself is Leaping Lanny. Lanny, this match has a lot of importance tied to it due to the fact of Pistol Pez Whatley and that mop wig. If Pistol Pez Whatley manages to have a pinfall on someone, that mop could possibly come off today.
That's right. It's a most falls to TV time limit remaining. So, as we've seen in tag matches in the past, the Blondes try to soften up one of the opponents and get Pez Whatley in there for the quick body press, but so far their attempts have been thwarted because Pez Whatley week after week has to wear that mop. Maybe today will be different. Fireman's carry by George Weingroff on Hustler Rip Rogers. And as I look in the red corner, I don't see too many weak competitors. Body tackle and an arm bar. As the count on the sit-ups goes to 775.
Big Boy Williams now, Hustler Rip Rogers.
Well, the fans are in for a treat today, unquestionably, because the team, the Convertible Blondes, are just prolific wrestlers. And, of course, George Weingroff has put together a fantastic team there with Big Boy Williams, John Ruffin, and himself.
Here comes John Ruffin, and he's really taken the ICW by storm, this fella. Another tag to George Weingroff. George was a great college wrestler at UTC, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga.
Along with Pistol Pez Whatley, who was at the same university there.
The difference between them, George was magna cum laude and Pez was magna cum nothing.
Okay, here's Pistol Pez now. And George Weingroff versus the tag to Big Boy Williams.
Side headlock.
Big Boy Williams has Mophead Whatley in a side headlock.
Okay, we're up to 800. There's the matching number of 800 sit-up.
That's great. That's a fantastic feat, and all the fans that are watching the match are also glancing over below our desk, and they're very impressed. And of course, Leilani Kai is holding the miser's feet as Big Boy Williams works on the arm of Rip Rogers. It's just a very auspicious occasion to be here watching this great feat take place.
They've got Rip Rogers in trouble again. John Ruffin has working on that left arm, and Rip Rogers was reaching for the hair, but John managed to get him turned around just in time.
Also, Rip Rogers tried to hold on to the rope there, but it didn't work.
But Rip shows his power there with that.
The hip toss by Rip Rogers. You know, Rip Rogers recently came in 4th place in the Mr. Kentucky contest, and I spoke to the judges, and both Randy Savage and Rip Rogers were penalized because of their haircuts, because they were looking for more of a clean-cut image, and you just don't make it with blonde hair and a beard. So,
Big Boy Williams ended up in the wrong corner over there.
Although they were unquestionably the most muscular men, the haircut does play an important part with the conservative judges, and that was the main reason they were defeated.
1 count on Big Boy Williams. Pistol Pez had a 1 count on Big Boy Williams. Gorgeous Gary Royal coming down on the back of Big Boy Williams while Pistol Pez held him. Body slams
Gary Royal with a big body slam on Big Boy Williams. And there's a pin, just a 1 count. The Convertible Blondes really are trying to help Pistol Pez Whatley get out of that mop today.
Oh, there's a kick right to the sternum right there, and Big Boy Williams sent him reeling. And what they're trying to do is soften him up so they can get Pez Whatley in there and try to get a pinfall.
Head right to the turnbuckle of Big Boy Williams. Big Boy's got to be in trouble now. And here comes Pez Whatley again. Is this going to be the time? No, just a 1 count again.
But even if he does get the pinfall, it's still a most falls till TV remaining. So it's not over till it's over, as the great Yogi Berra once said about a World Series game.
So we won't know about the mop until this match is over with.
There's an elbow right to the back of the head. In the miser's words, the medulla oblongata.
Speaking of the miser, he's now up to 855 sit-ups.
That's right, and time is ticking away, and he seems to have set himself a definite rhythm now. And, well, there's just no doubt in my mind that he can do it.
Okay,
Pez Whatley pulled his mop back and did one of his famous headbutts on Big Boy Williams,
That's
but even
right.
then he only got a 1 count.
That's right, and he better hurry up if he wants to get that mop off. Oh, Rip Rogers came crashing down to the kidneys right there on Big Boy Williams. There he goes for a flying mare. Of course, Big Boy Williams just collapsed like a sack of potatoes now. I believe he is ready for the pinfall if they can just tag Pez Whatley one more time. Oh, vicious chop there.
Gorgeous Gary Rowe is going to come in and render his little punishment before Pez Whatley gets back in the ring.
George Weingroff and John Ruffin waiting patiently over in their red corner.
Well,
The
you
big
said
boy can just-
patiently, Tim. I'm not sure. George, a couple of times, George acted like
George
he
is
wanted to get in
stretching
that
now,
ring.
yeah. There's a tag.
Tag is made, and they won't be able to take out the punishment on Big Boy Williams anymore. George Weingroff.
The flying deal,
Oh,
and right to the head.
Drop
That
kick
blonde
on
head.
a gorgeous Gary Royal there.
Gorgeous Gary Royal seems to have a Rod Stewart haircut today. Oh, George looks very wound up right now. He goes for the Cobra twist or the abdominal stretch. And
here comes Hustler Rogers and John Ruffin.
To save if he'd have touched them. The referee doesn't
John
see.
Ruffin was in the ring. John Ruffin
Off the top rope, Gary Royal has George Weingroff.
And there goes George out of the ring.
Throws him over the top rope. The referee's back was to the action.
John Ruffin slamming Gary Royal down. Meanwhile, Big Boy Williams is still laying on the apron of the ring.
This should have been a disqualification not once but twice because of the save and then for the top rope. And now it throws Pistol Pez Whatley on top. And there's the pinfall. 1, 2, 3.
and the mop head.
That's one fall, though.
Yeah, that's just one fall.
One fall only.
That was an unfair fall. And this
So this is most falls till TV time limit remaining.
That is right, and we do have some time remaining here, too. Some members of our studio audience up on their feet now complaining to the referee as to what actually happened here.
I think we've got a minor riot on our hands.
Ring the bell. Okay.
Now it's most falls till TV curfew. If no more falls take place, Pez Whatley gets to let go of the mop.
Irish whip there by George Weingroff against Pez Whatley.
But if any one of the team can score a victory, if there's a victory right here, that's
2 count.
there's a lot at stake here. Pez Whatley does not want to forsake his big opportunity to let go of that mop. Body slam by John Ruffin. But the momentum almost knocked him through the ropes.
2 count.
I knew that when I saw the card today that the fans were in for a marvelous, marvelous program with this match.
There's Pez Whatley trying desperately not to get a pinfall on him.
Tag to Big Boy Williams.
If he can just hold out, that's all he wants to do, is hold out because he's ahead 1 fall to nothing.
Up and over.
He managed only a 2 count there, so Pez Whatley is not in trouble completely yet.
Big Boy Williams is going crazy over there, Lan. He is just...
Well, Big Boy Williams had some revenge to get
Yes.
him that first match. that
Okay,
first
here's
fall.
George Weingroff from Pistol Pez.
Oh, big suplex.
2 count.
They can't get it covered.
Okay, there's a tag now.
Rogers, if I know Rogers, he's going to try to stall him out because the time is on their side. They're ahead 1 fall. Big forearm to the chest of George Weingroff. And now another vicious elbow. George fighting back. That punch caught Rogers a little low.
Here's tag back to Big Boy now.
You might say it caught him in the pink.
Big Boy Williams is, as I said, really out to get his revenge for the whipping he took in that first fall.
Covers him.
1, 2.
2
but
count.
Only a 2 count. Today may be the day because the Convertible Blondes are 1 fall ahead, and Mophead Whatley got the pin, even though the fans don't like the way he got the pin.
Another 2 count.
And Miser is closing in on 1,000 sit-ups.
Yes, he is. Look at John Ruffin go here. Look at that, Lanny.
Absolutely.
Topsy-turvy in the turnbuckle with Rip Rogers and John Ruffin really mixing it up now.
I would say the team of Ruffin, Big Boy Williams, and Weingarth has the Convertible Blondes in a little trouble this time.
Big hip toss by the great John Ruffin, who's really made a name for himself in a short period of time in ICW Wrestling.
Big Boy Williams now and Gary Royal.
987 sit-ups. The Miser is indeed closing on 1,000.
Uh-oh. Pez Whatley does not want any part of Big Boy Williams at this time. He'd like nothing better.
And of course, if he gets disqualified, he stays in the mop. Boy, literally throwing Pez Whatley into the ring.
Himself into the ring.
That's right. He got a lot of momentum for that one. Here comes Rip Rogers, and Rip is probably the best one at stalling. He can manage to get his shoulders off the mat. He's doing Pez Whatley and his tag team, the champions, the United States Tag Team Champions, a great service. And while we were looking at the action, the Miser has broken 1,000.
Yes, he has. I lost track of it there, Lanny. Glad you reminded me of that. I was keeping my eye on the action in the ring. Atomic drop there.
The Miser's now in 4 figures as George Weingarth tries for the pin.
2 count.
2 count again.
1,011 sit-ups.
Tag to John Ruffin.
The Miser has not seeming to break his rhythm. He just keeps going at that breakneck pace. And I notice Miser's back is all red. Look at that. Taking a lot of friction wear on this hard.
He has to do it on the hard floor, though. He did not want a mat.
Oh, Rogers hit his head on the.
I saw that. Edgar, it took a hell of. Excuse me. Almost got a 3 count.
Almost, in fact.
To the credit of Rip Rogers that he did not succumb to a 3 count that time, because I believe he did hurt himself in the turnbuckle.
No, actually went across the turnbuckle and hit his head on the iron post.
On the iron post. So I was looking at the Miser at the time. I didn't get a chance to see that. It's now I see Rogers going for a walk, and he seems like he is really hurt.
He is.
Okay, gentlemen, our time is almost running out here, too, in this TV time limit remaining.
If they can just hold on a little longer, Pez Whatley gets to let go of that mop. You won't see any more from Rip Rogers, Edgar. Just like you said, he hit his, what did happen, Edgar?
As he came across, as he was thrown into the turnbuckle, he went over the turnbuckle and hit his head on the ring.
Right, I'm just
right in the temple area.
I just taking my eyes away from the action for 2 seconds. I miss everything. Trying to look at the Miser. He's got 1,047.
John Ruffin, meanwhile, was in a lot of trouble over in that corner. Yeah, there's Rip back in the ring now with John Ruffin. The 2 illegal men in the ring, and the tag to Pistol Pez Whatley. Sends Ruffin down to the mat. Tag to gorgeous Gary Royal.
Almost out of time, so Pez Whatley may indeed get to come out of that mop today.
There's Gary Royal.
Gorgeous Gary Royal with a head to the turnbuckle and now an Irish whip to the other turnbuckle.
Keeping my eye on 4 different things here. I'm watching the Miser, the action in the ring, and the time.
The United States Tag Team Champions are making a great account of them because that's great competition they're in with, and they've proven they can stand up to the marathon of the most falls till TV curfew match.
Okay, that is it. Our time has expired. This match is now officially over with.
The match is over, but the melee has begun.
Yes, it has.
And now Pez Whatley, the camera.
Okay, that is right.
The Miser up to 1,075 sit-ups.
It's official, Lanny. It is off. Okay, the Convertible Blondes defeating John Ruffin, George Weingarth, and Big Boy Williams, and Pistol Pez Whatley definitely took that mop off. It's over with, Lanny.
That's right. It's all over. We had a lot of fun while it lasted. And now the count is 1,083.
Okay, we are going to take a break and come back with more on International Championship Wrestling.
Attention wrestling fans, ICW Wrestling is coming to your town with top TV wrestling stars.